None of this stuff is recording, bro. It's a social experiment. I'm
Real Money is a platform highlighting black businesses and the minds behind them. The black community spends upwards of £300 billion per year in the UK. Less than 5% of that is kept within the black community. Just imagine if some of that money was used to provide infrastructure and opportunities for our people, creating solid foundations for the future of ourselves, our children and our parents. This week we had the honour of meeting up with our fellow kings Ben, Fred and Terrell, founders and owners of Brixton Street Gym. This is Real Money.
Alright, so we're here. It's time, innit? It's that time. First of all, thank you for the workout today, guys. It's a bit mad. Yeah. Intense. That sounds a bit gay still, innit?
No, you're good.
Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so I'm brother Ben, one of the co-founders of Brixton Street Gym.
I am Fred, the general of Brixton Street Gym.
Come on. Terrell Lewis, co-founder of Brixton Street Gym.
Yes. So first question we want to ask is, so how did that idea come about? Because it's a powerful thing you've got here, especially getting to immerse ourselves in it, which we appreciate.
We was in Brocco Park. At first, we was running a program called Block Workout, just a community-based project on Saturday mornings. We was using Ben's garden for storage, you know. We wasn't getting no help from no one. Ben gave us his garden. We used so much space in his garden, and it was so much help. And then, Ben, we made a lot of noise. And they invited me and Ben and Fred to meetings, and we sat down with the park. We made a relationship with the park, and then that relationship just kind of spiraled into us building a friendship with the council over time. And then they gave us a space, which was in the back, the old street gym.
Nice. A bit close up with that as well.
Was
you guys was you all into fitness from the off, or you grew up together?
No, we all come from different places. Yeah, we're all from London, but I've always been into fitness.
I'm from Essex. Yeah, but I came to London when I was 20. So
yeah, but basically I've been doing fitness all my life, basically since a youngster. You know what I'm trying to say? I think I started when I was about 17 with my sister's baby father's brother, basically hitting the weights and all them stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then as my older brother. Yeah, he always done calisthenics, you know what I mean? So I got into it with my older brother. So I've always been doing fitness, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, Terrell, obviously Ben, we've all been doing fitness from day, you know what I'm saying? In different ways though, yeah, we'll do it in different ways. So.
We just came together, man.
Yeah.
Jigsaw pieces
coming together. I think you kind of answered the next question. The next one I was going to ask is like, how do you find, it's not easy to find like-minded energy, sort of like everyone on the same kind of like, because everyone's going in different directions, but for you guys to all come together and focus on one sort of goal.
There's just a kind of common direction, you know. One order. We're all going in the direction of just bettering ourselves, bettering our community in any way we can. And you know, we come from a place of concrete and barbed wire, you know, we see a flower, we give thanks, you know, so we continue to do what we can. And again, it's this place is, we need this place as much as, you know, people need, we need this place.
You get a good feeling when you serve your community. And I think that's kind of like what pulls you through it, because there's a lot of times it gets a lot and it's like, this is crazy trying to keep this going, you know what I mean? But then when you start on the night like tonight and you see everyone in there having a good time and, you know, meeting new people, getting to feel confident about themselves, and you know, and they come in here smiling and everything, it's just like, okay, we've got to keep doing this, we've got to keep going. You know what I mean?
Definitely, just from seeing today as well, even the way you guys speak and your energy is like, you can tell. I wanted to ask sort of like how it's helped you guys with your mental health, so to speak, like help you just getting through things, like fitness in general.
Well, for me, obviously it helps me become a much stronger person, helps me become a much stronger father. I have 6 children, so you know, it can get hard and busy, you know what I mean? And you need an outlet, you know what I'm trying to say, because man could be a stressed father and going home and screaming at the children, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it helps me be a better person, helps me be a better father, you know what I'm saying? So that's just for me personally. It helps me a lot in my life. Yeah, with all sorts of things. You know what I'm saying? Not just that being a father and being a better man. You know what I'm trying to say? But in a whole heap of other things. I could go through loads of things, but it's gonna take all day. You know what I'm telling? You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, it helps me be a better person and a better father. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely. And I think for me as well, being a little bit older than these guys, like maybe like 10 years older than Fred, a bit older than, you know, Terrell, even older, just mixing with them. Like I met them in 2012 and they were in the park just doing their thing, and I was getting into calisthenics at the time, and I was like, should we talk to the council about getting some better equipment in the park and stuff like that? And they was like, oh, just train with us and whatever. So I started training with them. But just being around young people, I think it like helped me to like extend my youth a bit, you know what I mean? And just like trying to keep up with them, training and stuff like that, it's a good challenge, you know what I mean? So, and yeah, you can learn things, you can learn a lot from younger people as well. Everyone thinks you have to learn from older people, you can also learn from younger people.
That's true. One thing I love as well is because obviously we get to see you could say the shiny side of it. Like I know you guys have got even bigger goals as well, like bigger visions for what you want to do for this place as well, but seeing this, like, it's amazing. But one thing I wanted to ask is like, sometimes people don't get to speak on the hurdles and the roadblocks you had. So one thing you said about like working with the councils and stuff like that. Just wanted to ask, like, how was it at first? Like, were they kind of like finally with you? Were they against sort of like what are the roadblocks kind of like? If that makes sense.
I think like we're like like unstoppable force, like in terms of like determined to do things. You know what I mean? I think when you're like that, people see your energy and they're like, you know what, like we should help these guys. You know, and there's been some people in the council that have looked at us and like offered assistance, you know what I mean? They've put faith in us. There's some politicians that we approached a long time ago about trying to help us, and they were scared to help us. But then you get some people that, and they're like, yeah, come on then. What you lot got? Here's a little bit of money, here's a little bit of space, what can you do? So like we're thankful for the people at Lambeth Council that have helped us like that. And but then it's been the struggle of not having any money, so we've got it set up. But then we're here like volunteering for long days and stuff like that, you know. So then it's like getting our head around the whole funding aspect. But as we're moving forward, like we're getting the right people in that know how to do these things. So like the future for us is like it's looking good. It's, you know, like we've done it with no money. We've done it without a roof over our head, you know what I mean? And now we've got a roof over our head, and we know we're learning how to access money. And there's a lot of pots of money out there, so we're going to try and get them because we actually do the work, and people have got that money and they're not really doing what they should be doing with it, you know? Yeah, so that's
blessed, man. That's powerful as well. Because I think you kind of answered the question as well. One of the questions we had was about, because everyone sometimes, they get to, like I said, they get to see the end or see parts of the journey, but one thing that puts them off is like, well, me personally, how am I going to be able to do that? So one thing I wanted to touch on was like funding, for instance. Like, I'm sure you guys had to dip into your own pockets. Like, I don't know if you used like community gatherings and stuff like that, but then also, like you say,
more than money, time.
Yeah, more than money.
You know, time.
Like my man he's behind the Sony camera and he's got a G Master lens. Yeah, beautiful lens. I had to pawn a G Master 85mm. Put it that way. You know what I mean? That's the sort of stuff we've had to do.
That's real.
Yeah.
Real.
Passion. Inside out. For real.
Wanted to ask as well, like just speaking on logistics and stuff like that, like how was it with licensing and stuff like that? Like I don't know, because like I said, we don't know how it works in that, but say for instance like health and safety and stuff like that, what hoops did you have to jump through for that?
It's straightforward. You just do risk assessments, get an insurance. Like to insure a gym like this, it's not that much, you know, and you know, make sure we've got cover for, you know, our children's classes and stuff like that. Which is weird that gyms don't allow children in, and it's not that hard to actually do it. doesn't cost much more. So yeah, that's light work really. Yeah.
Also, as always mentioned about like community support and that, and you can see there's a proper community vibe here as well. Like you can tell a lot of people may not have known each other, but like personally we felt welcome as soon as we come through the door. And I think there's the aspect of everyone working out together, even if it's awkward at the start, by the end of the workout session, you've broken barriers.
So vibe, man.
Exactly.
Vibe.
So I wanted to ask, because I know that you got community support, like everyone chipped in and helped, sort of like brought their skill sets as and where they can. Like how did that come about? Did it start with friends and family, or like is it just people just sense the vibe, sense the energy, and kind of start to come and try and help, if that makes sense? Not even talking about financially.
About putting the gym helping to put the gym together. We had loads of people coming to help paint or use their skills, whether they're plasterers or carpenters or whatever it was. People just coming and just giving their time. What can I do? Whether it's sweeping or scraping the corners of the walls, you know what I mean? But Ben done a lot of the background work in terms of the design of the place, and he had the vision, and we came together and made it happen.
Also, how it come about people helping us as well is that obviously from when we was in the park doing block workout, and obviously we know we're gonna get a street gym now. We know we're gonna get a gym, and we know we gotta work and decorate and there. So when they know we're gonna get a gym now, and we're like, yo, we need hands. Who wants to help? You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, we got so much help. It was unbelievable. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's how basically it is from family and friends. People that come to the street gym now, that come to block workout, and they know that we're getting a gym. They're like, yo, block workout's getting a gym. Yo, come down. Yo, we come and help. Whatever, sweep the floor, paint the wall, take this down, put this up. You know what I'm saying? So it does. It's family and friends, word of mouth, and just because we got such a good vibe in the community, and we're out here helping a lot of children. Mums and dads are gonna come down and help us as well. So it is, yeah.
We help the neighbours bringing over some jollof.
And obviously Boyd runs Bookstop Brixton out of the Street Gym as well. So he delivers. I can't remember how many books it is a day, but he delivers books out to the streets.
Books a week,
and people can just go and take the books. But Boyd, he's done so much as well, like in terms of the maintenance of the gym and helping us to build it and that as well. And Phil, the guy that was running the class, he's a carpenter. So like he spent all summer down there last summer helping to build and that. We've got an in-house electric, we've got a guy who can do the electrics and Taff and Jovan. So it's just lots of people we've got their skills and they come and bring them. And now we're in a position like we're trying to get to the point where we can create more employment. So all this stuff, we're not just dependent on volunteers. We can say I saw a guy today, we're trying to do a disabled toilet conversion, and I just hollered at him, can you do some plumbing? And he's saying, yeah, I can come down, and so we can just, creating jobs, bits of money here and there for people.
It's a movement. It's a movement. You probably get that vibe in here as well, and that kind of leads me to the next question, sort of answering it as we go along. How, I know I've got my answer to this, but I just want to hear where you guys come from. How, for you, is this different to like a pure gym or one of them sort of generic commercial brands?
I don't think we fit in with that kind of model of a gym, you know what I mean? Like, big up everyone that's gone into them gyms and needed them gyms and got something out of them. But I just feel like ours is just, like we're not bound by the conventional rules of a gym. And like you can see that by, even if you don't come in, by looking at our Instagram, we're just a group of people just vibes in every day, whatever it is, we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? There's no rules. There's no corporate structure to follow. Even like our branding is just rugged, but it still works. You know what I mean? We're a bit different.
Oh man, more than the gym, hospital, man. People coming in, they get to, like Fred said, it's an outlet for us and for people. People come, they hit the bag, they might let go of all the problems that they had that day. You come do some pull-ups, you might pull out of any depression, anxiety you had that day, you know what I mean? So I guess it's just, it's a place just to be, man. A place just to flow, a place just to be at peace. and be at peace with other people being at peace. Yeah.
Let me just say, for me, we're different from other gyms because again, it's the community vibe, you know what I'm saying? And family vibe, you know what I'm saying? The whole family's coming here. Mum, dad, child.
Families
you know
are
what
produced
I'm saying?
here.
Families are produced here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're saying different, we're way different from other gyms, you know what I mean? We're just not the normal gym, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, yeah, we're way different from other gyms, do you get me? Yeah, because of what we do and how we support the community, you know what I mean? And things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people don't have anywhere to go to do, you know, like it could be a blessing for a child. It could be like we're putting one that's lost to rest, you know, or like having a celebration of life or giving an award to somebody who's not recognised in the community and hasn't got the love they deserve. Or even like training partners. It's going to big up training partners, which is something that we do here, which is speed dating meets circuit training. You know, what better environment to meet someone like you're both working at your goal, you're both trying to improve yourself, and you get 1 minute to train with each person in the room, and maybe like spark a little vibe. Who knows? You might have a training partner by the end of the night. You know. The training partner's coming back soon. Shout out to Fitspiration, Unseen, Melody Kane.
You mentioned boys.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you mentioned that because I saw some like books when I first came in and sort of looking around. Some of the books are based around like diet and stuff like that. I wanted to ask about like for you guys personally, how is the relation between diet and fitness? Because some people just want to get big and don't think about what they have to eat and stuff like that. So do you have any advice for people?
Your body's your temple, you know, and I feel like all of us here, we're men of, you know, we've gone through all types of eating, but we found something that works for us, and that's, you know, feeding, knowing what you're putting in your body, you know, and knowing how you're working with your body, and then I feel, yeah, that's personal development.
But we encourage people to feel good about themselves, that regardless to what shape you're in, you know, you got to feel good about yourself. Or if you come down here, you become a work in progress, and then so even if you aren't necessarily happy with how you are, you want to be different, you want to change your body in some way. The moment you start working and you become a work in progress, you start to feel good about yourself, and that's the most important thing. You know, like we want to be inclusive to all types of people, you know, whether you're disabled or adapted athlete, as we like to call them, or whether you're somebody who's just coming back from having a child, or whether you might have put on weight because of medication. There's lots of things going on, you know, but if you can come down here, work on your heart, getting your heart rate up, it's the most important muscle in the body. And from the time your heart's good, then like the rest of your body can start to reform and shape and build yourself the way you want to build yourself. But that's the first thing, get your heart right.
Real talk, man.
Also, I want to ask about kind of answer to be fair, but so we were talking about veganism versus like plant-based veganism versus meat. Do you have any of you guys plant-based?
It's like, you know, what I eat ain't gonna make him shit, innit? So it's like it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. Like we've got vegans in here, you wouldn't know they're vegans, and they don't look like what you'd expect a vegan to look like. They've got legs like tree trunks and super strong, you know what I mean? And then again, you got meat eaters that are super strong. It's kind of whatever works for you, innit? Like I've been through the whole thing, like meat eating, vegetarian, and then plant based. You know what I mean? But it works for me. But I've seen people try and do it, and they like they didn't. It hasn't worked the same way for them, or they felt like they've lost something. You know what I mean? So you just like, you got to look at your own body and see how it feels for you. That's the way I see it.
And for me, I tend to, you know, when people come and ask me, because I'm plant-based anyway, but when people come and ask me and they're meat eaters, I would just encourage them to eat the best way of, you know what I'm saying? If you're a meat eater, just eat the best of the meat, you know what I mean? Don't go just get any type of thing. Yeah, eat the best form, you know what I'm saying? Cook it the best way and do it the cleanest way, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so that's what I encourage people. So for me, between meat and vegan and all that, that's all long. It starts fights and arguments. Like Ben's saying, you can do how you want, but we'll just encourage you to do it the most cleanest way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the most dirtiest way. You feel me? But yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I want to ask as well, like, obviously it's not a subject that everyone wants to talk about, but how did like lockdown affect things? Because someone spoke to a couple of people and they were like, well, because you guys are technically outside, was it calm for you, or like how did that sort of affect things?
We had to shut off.
Yeah.
We had to shut down, man. We just had to hold our space until we could, you know, maneuver around the maneuverers. So yeah, man, we open now. That's the main thing. So we move.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
But I would say that having to lock down, it did impact a lot of our people, and we feel like some people ended up in prison, and they wouldn't have ended up in prison if we were allowed to be open.
Definitely. Yeah.
So the lockdown has had effect
Yeah.
on a lot of us, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
But we're back now, you know what I'm trying to say?
It was a recharge, man.
Yeah.
You know, you have to recharge sometime, man.
I don't think we should. I'm not even going to get started on the lockdown, and I'm just going to keep quiet, bro.
I wanted also to ask on the future vision for the gym, like, do you have a view to have several branches, or like build this up more, or like, because when we look at this is mad already to me. So, but I know the way you guys, even when I ask you now, the way you guys smile and stuff like that, it seems like you got something up the sleeve.
Do you see? Do you know 4D Cave?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're a group of guys. I don't even know what part of London they're in.
To the northwest, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be northwest. Yeah.
But they're just like how we started. It's real organic. They're out on an estate just training, and like if you start like that, then you're a real street gym. Yeah, I mean, and one day you get some funding, you get a place. Yeah, you're a real street gym.
That's the type of people we want to support. You know, we want to support people that's really got it from their heart, that really want to do something for their community and make impact in their community. Not just a quick income, you know, but really from the heart out. And again, man, it's just like for us, it's just this is God's work. Ben said it the other day when we was having a conversation. This is God's work. We're just tools, you know. We allow things to flow. So let life take care of life. And if God want this to be another branch somewhere, or make this bigger. But right now, fam, I can't lie. I'm just happy that we can open and close and no trouble, and I can come and do my reps and go home and have a nice sleep, you know. So
That real.
That's real. I'm gonna say something as well, yeah. It's kind of off topic there, but because you spoke to something there as well. Don't want to take up too much of your time. So sorry about that, guy. But the reason we do this is because he's got a successful business. I've got a business that's just doing alright. Like, we said, you know, we want to do something for our people. Like, so the whole point of this platform is to educate, to highlight economics and lifestyle as well. And the main thing, we were actually talking about this earlier, is we never saw anyone like this really when we was growing up. We never saw like the come up, like people from where we're from, like, do you know what I mean, like look like us. So that's why I feel like it's very important.
You know,
yeah, like this looked like an office.
Yeah.
It was, and like there was like electric strips all around the building. We had to change the lighting. We had to lay the floor. We built all the wooden installations ourselves, all the lighting ourselves. We got donations from other gyms, like some of the. I can't even say what gyms they're from, but yeah, some gyms helped us out. Some staff out the back door, you know, like we got love from people. Buddha Box, was it Buddha? Yeah, they helped us out. They helped us out, big, and then Perium, you know, he was just in the early stages of his brand, which is starting to really blow now. He just didn't even know us, just come down and just dumped a ton of equipment. It's like, if you think about it, if we didn't have that equipment, it would have been kind of barren when we opened, but he really helped us. Yeah, I've had help from a lot of people, and you know, when we get funding, we don't play with our funding. So the money gets spent on the equipment. So we make it happen, man.
Was it difficult getting funding at first? Like knowing what channels to go through to even find out what funding you're eligible for and stuff like that?
I guess it's just hurdles, you know. At first, we just, you know, when you're just doing it out of passion, you're just like, right, just go with the. But over time, you build relationships with people, and then you find out what people do, and then you're surprised that you got bid writers in your sessions, and then you're like, right, you know what?
Yeah, and they're seeing what we're doing, and they're like, I know what to do to help them, and they come with it, you know. So we've got this woman called Kat now who's helping us write the bids, and you know, if she's not around to write a bid, you're like, boom, apply for this now. She's got a couple of hours left on the deadline, and you know, we've managed to secure our first 2 bids since 2017. So we've been 2016, 2017. So we've been running without money since then. And like, so we still can, like, still might only charge £3 for people to get in, or let them come in for free, and we've still managed to make it work. But that's been a sacrifice on our part, and we're getting depleted. So now we're trying to look after ourselves and get ourselves into a position where, like, we can earn a living here, or you know, or at least the people who are here around the clock don't have to go home to their missus and say, yeah, I've been gone all day and I've got no money to show for it, you know. So we're trying to look after ourselves in that respect and get a bit more structure, but we've done it without the money. Yeah.
Mind and body, man. This is mind body nearing, you know what I mean? We're looking after our body, we look after our mind. You know, it's more than fitness. It's, I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna learn how to do it. I fall down, I get back up. You know, I might get knocked over, but I shake it off. And that is that mindset of fitness and applying it to your life. So in terms of mental health side, yeah, it keeps man mental in a different kind of resilience, definitely. Man, keep pushing, man. Continue so we can continue. That's it, for real.
Last question as well, which we usually kind of try and ask is for each of you. If you could be in the room with your younger self now, before you saw what this became, what advice would you give to yourself?
That's a good question, you know. I say to myself, yo, General, you must go harder in a rasta. You must go harder in a rasta. Yeah, for the picnic them, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, man. If I went back to my younger self, I say, like, because what I'm doing now, I'm happy with myself. Yeah. It's not like I'm what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like I'm disappointed with myself. I'm fully happy with myself and the work that I'm doing with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So if I went back to my younger self, I'd be like, yo, you know what you're going to get into? Just go harder. You know what I'm saying? Go harder. You feel me? That's me personally. Huh?
I would say to my oldest, I would have said to myself, delegate more, because people rise to the challenges. Like, I think a lot of people have problems delegating and giving stuff to other people to do. Like, yeah, that's what I would say. Like, just give the right people the opportunity, the right people with the energy, the opportunities to do things, and don't try and do everything, because this work doesn't belong to just any one of us. Like, everybody should come and do something for their community, and if people come in the door here and want to help, let them help, because they get to feel good from helping as well. I think that sometimes we maybe done too much ourselves and not put it out to other people to do as well. And then they get the feeling of ownership as well from doing the work. Sweat equity, we call it around here. You put in sweat equity, you're an owner, you know what I mean?
You know what, I'll tell him, big man, you're gonna go through some mad dark times, you're gonna go through some light times as well, but embrace all of it, you know, embrace the ups and downs, embrace the dark and light, embrace anything that just comes your way, just enjoy the experience. And I got you. Yeah, I saved you. You know, and we continue, man. So yeah. Big up the young kings behind the camera.
Yeah,
you
big
know
you
already.
guys
Love
up,
and blessings.
man. Big you guys
Keep
up,
doing what
man.
you're doing. You know, it's big. It's big.
Thank
Big
you.
up.
Look, bro.
Come on, man.
None of this stuff is recording, bro. It's a social experiment.
Bro. I'm back on
You're not here about the feeling. Yeah, real talk.
Come on.
Thank you, bro.
love and respect, you know. Hey.